Hello everyone, PatToonz here, and this is going to be a different video than what I would usually do. Well, when I say usually, I do speed paints maybe twice a year, and sketchbook reviews, and whatever idea kind of crosses my mind. But today's one's going to be a little bit different. So amongst all the stuff that's going on YouTube and Twitter lately, I've been seeing a lot of my favorite creators doing like these tier lists. And I think the tier lists are a really cool way of getting your opinion out there, and they can also cause some controversy. I also just feel like contributing and just make my own videos of these, because again, they seem like a lot of fun. You can talk some shit and some things, and it's almost justified if you can back it up with a good enough reason. So since the Pokemon press conference was last night, I think it's appropriate that I tackle one of these Pokemon tier lists. So I have a feeling the game tier list of the main series. Yeah. No, I don't want to watch the video on Shofu. No, Shofu. No. Alright, so the tier lists. It's got every main series game. Wait. Oh, snap, you've got the... Oh, that's cool. Alright, Pokemon, I see what you're putting down. So the first game I've ever played from Pokemon was... So Pokemon Red? Pokemon Red? Gen 1. Looking back, this is just going to be pure nostalgia. Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue go in the same S tier. I'm not a Gen 1er, but I grew up, like, I started off playing Pokemon Red and Blue, and it's, without that, the series wouldn't have been able to get kicked off to what it is today. In that regard, Pokemon Yellow should be slightly above the two, because it follows the anime. I'm still a big huge fan of the anime, and it just adapted so well on what you couldn't do with what you can do in Red and Blue. Like, you could start off with you started off with Pikachu, that followed you, which is insane. Actually, you know what? Gen 1's not all that good because it's super buggy and shit, but Pokemon Yellow, you know what? Yellow doesn't justify it, but it's the fact that you start off with Pikachu, you can get all three starters, you battle Team Rocket, Jesse James, and Meowth. Pokemon Yellow is just the third game is always going to be the superior of the two that came before it. Now, I don't see Pokemon Green here, but we'll come back to that later. But for now, for the starting point of the series, it was a really strong entry. Okay, so next we've got Gen 2. We've got Pokemon Stadium. I freaking adored this. I remember getting it for my sixth birthday party. This one's just pure nostalgia. It's going double S because of the minigame mode. And anytime I think N64 and getting one again, the three games I think of playing again are Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and Pokemon Stadium. And I just can't sing about it enough. Next we have Gen 2 with Pokemon Gold, which I'll put above, and because this was the version I played, Pokemon Silver goes above because Ho is a rainbow bird phoenix that brought back the dogs. Lugia lives in the bottom of the ocean and creates whirlpools, and it had its own freaking movie before Ho did. Ho was the first. You actually see Ho first, but who cares? You see Lugia. But yeah, I just have a soft spot for Lugia. And again, Pokemon Crystal. I haven't really played Pokemon Crystal all that much, but that goes in A tier because I mean it's essentially the same game as these, but like there's more features you can do. And the reason why these games are so high is because it lets you go back to the original region. You can fight all the old gym leaders, all that good stuff. Next, we have Pokemon Ruby. And Pokemon Ruby was the version I owned, so You know what? I'll put it in B for the meantime, and suppose I'll put Sapphire there too. You know what? I really enjoy Hoenn. Hoenn's a good region. There's nothing that's really jumping out at me at the moment. The legendaries are really cool. I really like Groudon. Groudon's my favorite over him and Kyogre. Just the fact that I can learn Solar Beam. He's the big, yeah, he's just a big magma monster. He wants to make more land. Kyogre just makes it rain, tries to flood the place. But yeah, I always thought Team Magma were a lot more cooler, or should I say hotter. And of course, Pokemon Emerald, like it's very high because this was the one I put most of my hours into. So yeah, Pokemon Emerald was a really good one. I enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, it deserves F tier in my opinion. Okay, now so we're on to Pokemon Colosseum. I really enjoy Pokemon Colosseum. I personally think, yeah, it's really good. I love the capture device that that the guy Wes wears. Personally, I never beat it. And you start off with Umbreon and Espeon. I'm not a fan of Eevee evolutions, so you know what? It was a fine game, so I'll put it in B. Now, Gale of Darkness, however, this one is where all the shit's about. Like, I feel this one had the better story. Like, there was more involvement of the supporting cast, and yeah, like from the top of my memory, there's like a guy and there's like a scientist, and he walks around wearing like a Groudon mech, and you get a Shadow Lugia, and you can't purify it until you purify every other Pokemon, and like you get Ampharos in the game. So yeah, Gale of Darkness, maybe, yeah, that seems good. That seems appropriate. Fire Red, Fire Red. Oh boy, the remakes are fine. Yeah, Fire Red, and then Leaf Green slightly higher because you can catch Sandshrew. But yeah, they're fine games. Like, they hold up the originals very well. They updated a lot of features, which is really good. If I were to replay the two, I would. You probably have seen in my channel before that I've played Leaf Green over the originals, just because it's better. The controls are more defined. Like, there's, like, thank God for abilities and just all the moves. Like, I just know how those games work a lot better than these ones, and I'd rather much have a well-balanced team rather than relying on a Dragonite that can only use Rapid Thunder Wave. That's not how I want to play my Pokemon. So next, we're on to Generation 4 with Pokemon Diamond, which is the version I played, so again, a little bit biased. Pokemon Diamond was okay. Yeah, no, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I put a lot of time into this, so God, nothing's getting like Seed or Deed. I just love Pokemon, man. Like, I gotta be a little bit more harsh, but Pokemon Diamond, I put a lot of time into this one. I started off with an Empoleon. Staraptor was a beast. Luxray. I had a Did I have a Gliscor? I had a Gliscor. God, I just love this, and I remember having a lot of hard time with the Elite Four in this generation, just because the Elite Four was like legit tough. Like, you didn't have a fire type to take down the bug leader. The bug leader also came out with a Drapion, and it was just an absolute beast. And plus, you have Cynthia, that's like kind of like the first champion that's almost kind of like an open typing. Well, if you want to exclude Blue, but like basically you just kind of had to like go in and hope for the best. But yeah, so I think I'll put Diamond right up there. Okay. Next, Pearl. Exact same game. I didn't play it, so I'm gonna be. Oh no, that's Platinum. Platinum gets an S, without question. I love Giratina. The story is adapted on way better, more fleshed out. Those poor Magikarps in the lake. I think it happens in all 3 games though, but like I definitely remember playing Platinum a lot more. But I mean, come on. Sorry, Pearl fans. Palkia sucks. He looks like a big giant penis with his shoulder pads and his neck. Dialga can control time. That's pretty cool. Next we have Pokemon Battle Revolution. I remember playing this game quite a lot. my Pokemon sucked because I thought if I had a lot of like powerhouse Pokemon like you see in the anime, that would suffice, but no. Leveling all your Pokemon up to level 90 with rare candies and using your R4 card doesn't work, and I remember having a lot of fun with it, but it's just a battle sim game, so yeah, it's a lot of fun, but like it's not I wouldn't necessarily call it you know what, given it a D too harsh, I'll move Pearl to B. I won't be that harsh, but yeah, Pokemon Battle Royale Evolution gives a C just because it's just battling, which isn't bad by any stretch, but it's just a battle sim. It's just a battle sim that looks really pretty. Doesn't really add much to Pokemon as these games all would. So next we have Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So Heart Gold obviously gets top of the A because I haven't played it, but guess where Soul Silver goes? My absolute favorite Pokemon game of all time. Like, the companion Pokemon is just perfect. Like I just loved having my Cyndaquil walk behind me. Also, anytime I start up Soul Silver again and I step outside into New Barktown and I hear that like old music, I get the goosebumps and like the nostalgia just like floods back, and I think it's the most well polished and perfect Pokemon game that we could potentially have. Next we have Generation 5, and I'm gonna put Reshiram in B. And because I didn't play Pokemon White, C. Okay, so basically Pokemon Black and White, they were kind of like a weird experiment for Game Freak. They basically threw every Pokemon that we've known up to that point and tossed them aside and gave us I think it's like another 150 brand new Pokemon. Like, I mean, I really enjoyed it. It did kind of bum me out that I couldn't use any of my favorites, but essentially it was like a soft reboot for the series. It was really, I mean, I enjoy a lot of Pokemon from that region. I loved having an Oshawott in my team. I loved having I love Samurott, Levani, Crocodile, Scrafty, Conkeldurr. Oh, dude, you got Bisharp? Bisharp is freaking rad. And, Bravery? Actually, you know what? Yeah. No, I'm happy with the placement, but like in terms of like the Pokemon that they bring in, like there's a lot of like really cool guys in there. So again, because I played Black 2 over and you know what? This is gonna be fair. So the versions I didn't play growing up. Oh no. So the versions I didn't play growing up were Gold, Heart Gold, Sapphire, Black. Oh, sorry, that's White. White 2. No, that's pretty accurate. So now Pokemon Stadium 2 has a place. And now C is the worst. Well, the worst. Alright, so next we have Pokemon X and Y. So Pokemon X was a great great return to the series. A lot of new concepts brought in. Like, I love Mega Evolution. Mega Charizard X is one of my favorites. They brought in a lot of Pokemon that I really love. Like this brought in Chestnut. Sorry, Chessman and Chestnut. It brought in Tyrantrum, Halicha, Goodra, a couple like really cool Pokemon. Talonflame, which is not bad, nobody likes. But like, yeah, I like X a lot. Y was the one I didn't play, but I played it again a couple years ago, and it's on the same caliber. S is a bit too generous for it. I'd say it's maybe here, in between. Oh, I guess I didn't really justify like Black 2 and Black and White I feel like had really good story. In terms of story, I think it's probably like one of the stronger Pokemon games. But in terms of, yeah, like every Pokemon game just adds new stuff that I really like. A lot of stuff Black and White brought in, however, didn't really stick around too well. Like triple battles were interesting, rotation battles were interesting, but like they weren't what kept me around. I like single battles. I like they tried double battles every so often, but it's not my forte. But X and Y, however, those were the games I got myself into the competitive scene. Yeah, you know what, for that, I think X gets a Y, or sorry, X gets an S. But yeah, those are the games I got really into the competitive scene. I have this treasured video of me fighting it was a 6-on-6 battle, and I was fighting a Salamence and a Greninja, 2 different occasions, with my Dunsparce. My Dunsparce wrecked both of them, and it is my claim to fame as a Pokemon trainer. Like, don't come at me with any of your weak-ass Greninjas or Salamence. I can demolish it with a stinky-ass Dunsparce. Alright, so next we would have the Omega series. Omega Ruby. It's good. I liked it. Yeah, it gets about the same as the original. Like, it was fun playing 3-Hoenn again. Don't get me wrong, and especially like an advanced format, like a higher res format. But at the same time, I know it didn't hit the same marks for me as Soul Silver did. Like Soul Silver was like the perfect remake. Omega Ruby just kind of like ticked the boxes. It did give us new Mega Evolutions, like Mega Swampert. I think Mega Aggron was already there, but like I remember having like a team full of Pokemon that could all Mega Evolve. But it did a lot of... I liked a lot of stuff that they brought in that they haven't really taken further. Now, so these ones are a little bit controversial. I'm going to put Sun, OG Sun, in C. Moon, I never played. Ultra Sun, well, no, wait, so... Okay, so... Before I move one of these up, again, same with Y, or sorry, same with X. I put a lot of time into Pokemon Sun. I really enjoyed it. I love the story, I love the lore. I got really sucked in. I really cared about Lily's development in the story, as well as Cosmog. I feel like these 2 games should have been the one, like, everything that they done for Ultra Sun should have been done in Sun. Like, all the things they done to change the story, to make it better. Not to say that Pokemon Sun was a weak entry in the series. Pokemon Sun was fantastic. It was just the fact that, like, a year later, they basically just gave us a slight upgrade. So, I mean, the Ultra Wormhole stuff is good. It just never really compelled me to play through it all to catch all those, like, legendaries that I already have. So in that regard, I'm going to put Ultra Sun, because it's... okay, Sun's going to be getting into A tier. And Pokemon Ultra Sun, as much as I personally enjoyed it... No, yeah, that's actually a good thing to say. So, Ultra Sun, I lost a lot of my momentum playing the game, because the game is just... It just throws so much at you, and you just can't really digest it all. And, yeah, unfortunately, it just takes a lot. It just takes a lot to get through, and, like, I just, like, lost a lot of my momentum, because I think I wasn't enjoying my team in the playthrough. And obviously stuff in my personal life while I was playing it wasn't working. And I think after some slight adjustments, I started to, like, really enjoy it, and the game kind of picked it for me again. But the fact that, like, I lost interest playing a Pokemon game, a new Pokemon game on release midway through the game, it just kind of says something. Next we have the Let's Go series. I had a lot of fun with them. I love the ride mechanics, but it was just something that kind of, like, fill your teeth before we get Sword and Shield later this year. I did really enjoy my time with it. I would never play it again, and especially since I've just now caught all 150 Pokemon. But aside from that, I don't think I would ever touch Let's Go again. So I'll give it. I'll give it a B. It's like I wouldn't. The capture mechanics are fun, but they're tedious. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Pokemon Red, Fire Red is getting bumped up, and so is Leaf Green. I'm sorry if people were shouting at me for that, but it's getting bumped up. And let's go Eevee. Down there. Okay, so now to kind of review everything that I've gone through. So, starting from the bottom, games I didn't play. I mean, I have played them a little bit, but not enough for like a complete playthrough. So, I haven't played Gold, Heart Gold, Alpha Sapphire, Sapphire, White, White 2, Stadium 2, Moon, Ultra Moon, Pearl, and Let's Go. I technically have, since I've played the opposite version, but I'm biased in the versions that I have played. So, C tier, Pokemon Ultra Sun, Pokemon Battle Revolution. I don't think they're bad games. It's just they didn't add anything new to my experience of Pokemon. Next we have Pokemon Colosseum, Omega Ruby, Ruby, Let's Go Pikachu, and Black in B. All pretty good games. Nothing that really stands out too much for me. Let's Go had the raid Pokemon and all that fun stuff. Pokemon Colosseum had the snagging and all of that. Ruby introduced the Battle Frontier. Omega Ruby brought in new Mega Evolutions, and Black gave us a new region, new Pokemon, all this kind of stuff. Like I say, like I don't hate any of these games. It's just like I have to be unfair to some of these games. So in the A tier we have Crystal, Diamond, Sun, XD Gale, Darkness, Y, Black 2, Yellow, Red, Blue, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. I've already talked in detail about some of them, so that's all good. S tier, you've got Pokemon Silver, Emerald, Platinum, and X. And in the God tier, you have Pokemon Soul Silver, because it's the SS tier, and Pokemon Stadium. Guys, I think that's good enough to call it. Fight me if you think my opinion is wrong. I will happily Pokemon battle anybody who wants to fight me, because I'm sorry, I'm clearly right in my tier list here, so let's go, bro. I'll take you down with a Dunsparce. I'm not afraid of you. Peace out.